Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So today, it looks like the Indiana Fever had a very interesting presence in the building, and fans are definitely buzzing about it. Because this is somebody a lot of people actually wanted to see in a coaching role at one point, Cheryl Miller. Now, from what it looks like, she's been making her rounds across different training camps, and today she showed up in Indiana, which instantly got people talking. And I'm not gonna lie, the energy around this is different. It even looks like she might be lending a hand, possibly giving some insight alongside Stephanie White during these sessions. So yeah, let's talk about it. If you've been keeping up, Fever Training Camp is already underway, and the vibes seem strong. Seeing Cheryl Miller in the gym, showing love, being engaged, it's something fans didn't expect but definitely appreciate. Because let's be real, when you bring that level of basketball IQ into the building, it can only elevate things. And with the 2026 season approaching, you already know expectations are climbing. It's starting to feel a little serious now. On top of that, clips are already surfacing online. Caitlin Clark warming up, getting shots up. And yeah, she's looking sharp, really sharp. Like, this ain't no casual run-through. She looks locked the hell in already. And that's the part that should probably have people paying attention. Because when you combine a locked-in Caitlin Clark with added voices like Cheryl Miller around the program, that's not normal off-season energy. That's the kind of shit that builds momentum early. Now, I'm not saying she's officially part of the staff or anything like that. Let's not get carried away. But even just being around, observing, maybe dropping a few gems here and there, that can have a real impact, especially on younger players trying to figure things out. And if you're someone in that gym, you're not ignoring Cheryl Miller. You're listening, every word, because that's experience you can't fake. That's knowledge that comes from doing it at the highest level. So yeah, between the coaching presence, the early camp intensity, and Caitlin Clark already looking like she's in mid-season rhythm, something is definitely building here. And I'm telling you right now, if this keeps trending the way it is, people are going to start taking the Fever a whole lot more seriously real damn soon. Not gonna lie, I think it's really dope that she pulled up to practice today. That's the kind of presence that instantly shifts the energy in the gym. Now, Chloe Peterson actually posted a few updates that give a little more context on why Cheryl Miller is there, so let's tap into that for a second. From what she shared, practice had already been going for about an hour, and overall, things were looking really solid. But I gotta be honest about something that's been standing out to me. Every time I see clips from these sessions, I keep noticing Stephanie White kind of just there, like not really active, just observing. And maybe that's part of her coaching style, letting assistants lead drills, stepping in when needed. But on camera, it can come off a little different. I'm just calling it how it looks. It's not even hate, it's just an observation that keeps popping up. Damn. Now, again, that doesn't mean things are off track. Sometimes the real coaching happens in moments we don't see. Film sessions, one-on-one conversations, adjustments behind closed doors. But visually, yeah, it does raise a few questions, especially when expectations for this team are as high as they are heading into 2026. Now, shifting gears a bit, because this is actually big, Indiana Fever is reportedly set to have 44 nationally televised games this season. That's huge! That's more exposure than any other team, and it tells you exactly where the league sees the momentum. Every night, big stage, big audience. That's pressure, but it's also opportunity. Real shit. And one more thing I came across. Brianne January spoke recently, which caught me off guard. I honestly thought she'd already have a head coaching role by now. But you know how the league moves sometimes. Bullshit. Still, her voice and experience, definitely valuable. No question.
Focus this season.
It's probably the least favorite part of the game for a lot of our players, but it's a point of emphasis for us. It's the way we want to play. We want to be super disruptive. We have some new faces, so our system is a little different than what they're used to. So we just want to start camp setting the tone with our points of emphasis from the start. So that's all that was.
Is one of those points of emphasis kind of the physicality and getting them trained to kind of just get after and get into players?
100%. We want to be really aggressive. Like I said, we want to disrupt, and part of that is being up and in on the players. We know the refs will probably call it early, but it's easier to call them off than to call them on. So we want to start overly aggressive, and then we can adjust from there.
I'm curious your perspective on Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell's franchise. And, someone who's been in those shoes.
No. I knew it was time to retire when I had to match up against Kelsey a few years ago, but she's just the ultimate pro, and she's continued to stay consistent throughout her time here and lead the way. Good season, bad season, she's continued to be a pro, continued to be a great teammate, continued to be a great pillar in this community. So I can't say enough about her.
How different do you see you guys playing on defense this year compared to last year? Largely similar personnel, but tweaks certainly.
It is nice having similar personnel because they know what the expectation is, and so now we can kind of build on that. We'll see how the team progresses and what we can do and how creative we can get, but I like the way we've started.
Steph's talked about the importance of transition forward.
Yes.
This team this year, does that play into you guys wanting to be disruptive in the way you described?
Oh, 100%. I think the personnel we have is suited to how we want to play, and I'm excited to get them going on D.
What was kind of your reaction during the free agent process as you're saying, hey, we've been wanting to do this, now maybe we can do more of that?
Yeah, with with Mo, with KK coming along, in addition to AB, we have a group of great communicators and active defenders at the post position, and that really helps our guards out. That's huge because they are the backbone of our D, and I think that they will allow us to kind of do a lot of things that way and be disruptive.
I'm wondering, what was your reaction with the new CBA, and one, how much money they're all now getting, and secondly, how former players like yourself are also getting it. They made sure to take care of some of you.
Very appreciative that they thought about us older players, our retired players, but these ladies deserved it. They work their butt off, they are pros, they show up, they deserve all of this, and I'm excited they've got it going.
With New York is loaded now.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys aren't looking at them already, what do you feel like the challenges will be for Saturday?
I think it's important for this first block of practices to really focus on us and put in what we need to move forward, and then as we move forward, then you start looking at our opponents, but the focus is really on us right now.
With the approach, how do you approach preseason games? How much of it is just kind of training and hammering and getting game speed on the stuff you're working on practice? How much of it trying to install and see how new stuff works?
Well, we're doing a little bit of both. We've made some tweaks and we put them in, and so that'll be a time to kind of show a little bit. You don't want to show your whole hand, but for our team to really look at our lineups, who plays well together, what we can do with certain players, I think those are the things we're looking at most. Just kind of getting a feel of the team that we have under some pressure against another opponent.
we talk about consistency with the core, but how about consistency of the coaching staff and how that empowers you guys to be the best version?
I mean, we've known each other for decades now. We know how each other work, and going from one year to another with a similar team really helps us in planning, preparation, and so it's been really nice.
Caitlin was here throughout this whole offseason. What was it like to see her progress and get healthy and be back to her old self?
Oh man, her work ethic is unmatched, and she was in here working day in, day out, and I think the timing of USA basketball and getting her on the court and playing and ramping her up for the season was perfect. But to see that work and her get healthy, you know, it really changes her game when she's out there and healthy.
Raven Johnson, what distinguished her defensively?
Oh gosh, I mean, just her willingness to get after it, you know, and I think she's physically able to really be disruptive, and she is a smart defender, and she, as we've put in a lot during training camp, she's picked it up, she's adjusted from day to day, and I've been really impressed.
She said that people are probably annoyed with her. She's been asking so many questions, so that's exciting to see from a rookie.
Hey, I love it. If it means not repeating mistakes, I'm about all the questions, so she's done great.